Look, let's be honest. Most of us schlep to a job every day, not for the sheer joy of it, but because we need money to buy things. Food, a roof over our heads, and that weirdly expensive brand of artisanal cat food your feline overlord demands. You show up, you do your work, you get paid. Simple, right? Except it's often not. Especially if you work in a federally regulated industry. Banking, telecommunications, cross-country trucking. These jobs are governed by the Canada Labor Code. It's basically the rule book that's supposed to stop your boss from treating you like a disposable human battery. So, who are we talking about here? The bank teller who has to smile through another person's meltdown about service fees. The airline baggage handler playing a high-stakes game of luggage Jenga. The person on the other end of the phone when your internet mysteriously cuts out during the finale of a show. These rules create a baseline of fairness, covering everything from how many hours you can be forced to work to whether you get paid extra for working on a day named after a national concept, like Canada Day. Understanding these rules is not just some boring academic exercise. It's about your money, your time, and your sanity. It's the difference between getting paid what you're owed. Many people just assume their paycheck is correct, but knowing the actual regulations is like having the cheat codes to your own employment. It's your best defense against being overworked and underpaid. Let's start with the basics. A standard workday is 8 hours and a work week is 40. Anything beyond that is overtime, which must be paid at 1.5 times your regular wage. This applies to hours worked beyond 8 in a day or 40 in a week, whichever is greater. What about breaks? After 5 consecutive hours, you're entitled to a 30-minute uninterrupted meal break. Uninterrupted is the key word. If you're required to be on call, it has to be paid. While some workplaces have modified schedules, like 4 10-hour days, these require a formal written agreement to prevent employers from avoiding overtime. Statutory holidays. For most federally regulated employees, these are paid days off, but it's not always that straightforward. Generally, to be eligible, you need to have been employed for at least 30 days. If you work in an essential service, you might be required to work. If you do, you're entitled to your regular day's pay for the holiday, plus a premium rate of at least 1.5 times your regular wage for the hours you worked. So for an 8-hour shift at $25 an hour, you'd get your regular holiday pay, plus $300 for your time. Not a bad trade-off. Now for everyone's favorite topic, money. Specifically, the absolute minimum amount of it your employer is allowed to pay you. As of April 1, 2025, the federal minimum wage is $17.30 per hour. This rate applies to workers interns in the federally regulated private sector. It's a floor, not a ceiling. The legal basement of wages. If your province or territory has a higher minimum wage, your employer must pay the higher rate. Heads you win, tails you win. How do you calculate holiday pay? It's based on your average daily earnings. Take your gross wages from the 20 days you worked right before the holiday, divide that number by 20. Example, $3,000 over 20 days average daily wage, $150. $150 is your holiday pay if you get the day off. For part-time workers, the same principle applies, proportional to hours worked. This is meaningless without proof. Record keeping is essential for both you and your employer. Employers must keep accurate records of hours worked, wages paid overtime, vacation time, holiday pay for at least 36 months. Federal inspectors conduct audits, and non-compliant employers can face fines and be ordered to repay wages. As an employee, you have rights and a role. Keep your own records. Keep your pay stubs. Note your hours in a notebook, or track them in an app on your phone. Your documentation is your best ammunition if there's a discrepancy. If you think you've been underpaid for overtime or denied holiday pay, detailed notes can prove your case. Be your own best advocate. No one will care more about getting your money than you. Federal labor standards can seem dense, but the core principles are simple. Your standard workday is 8 hours, 40 per week. Anything more means overtime pay at 1.5 times your regular rate. You're entitled to meal breaks, a weekly day of rest, and 10 paid federal holidays, or premium pay if you work them. The federal minimum wage is $17.30 per hour as of 2025, but you always get paid the higher of the federal or provincial rate. Your employer must keep meticulous records, but you should keep your own too. Your pay stubs and timesheets are your proof. Don't just trust the numbers, verify them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you believe you're being treated unfairly, you can file a complaint with the labor program. Be informed, be vigilant, and get your dough.